Think about the last time you lost an important conversation. Not a small disagreement. Not a casual debate. I mean a conversation that actually mattered. Something that affected a relationship, a decision at work, or the respect of everyone in the room. A conversation you prepared for. You knew the facts. You had the logic. You had, if you're honest with yourself, the stronger case. And still, you lost. Not dramatically. More like a slow, quiet drain. You watched the room shift. Little by little. Until the decision was made. Until the tone was set. And nothing you said could change it. Most people walk away thinking one of two things. Either they weren't persuasive enough. Or the other person was just more confident. More aggressive. More willing to dominate. So they tell themselves, next time, I'll prepare more. Next time, I'll push harder. Next time, I'll be louder. But that's not what happened. And next time won't be different. Not if you keep believing it was about preparation, confidence, volume. Here's what really happened. Something almost nobody talks about. Something running quietly beneath every word in the room. Once you notice it, you'll never walk into a room the same way again. Human behavior doesn't start with logic. It doesn't start with facts. It starts earlier. It starts with one question, answered before anyone even speaks. What kind of situation is this? Whoever answers it first sets the rules. They decide what responses are allowed, what objections make sense, even what outcomes are possible. 3 people walk into the same scenario. Person 1 says, "We need to talk about this." The space stays open. Anything is possible. Person 2 says, "You and I need to deal with this issue." Tension creeps in. Options start disappearing. Person 3 says, "I think we need to address a safety concern." Everything shifts. The emotional tone. The rules of behavior. What can be said, and what can't. Notice this. Nothing has been argued yet. Facts haven't been debated. The entire conversation is shaped by a single sentence. If you're not the one setting the frame, someone else will. And that's why most people lose, even when they're prepared, logical, confident. This game has 3 layers. Frames. Categories. Identity. Frames decide the emotional tone. They decide how people move, how arguments sound, how facts feel. A frame is not just words. It's a decision about what kind of situation this is. Set it early. Set it calmly. State it without argument. State it like it's obvious. Examples. Let's treat this as a coordination issue. This is a learning moment. I think this is about trust. You're not arguing. You're deciding the space everyone moves in. Categories are stronger. They decide what's allowed. Safety, care, professionalism. Each comes with invisible rules. What objections make sense? What behavior is justified? Who can disagree without looking wrong? Categories land quietly, calmly, early. Once they land, the debate is already inside your container. Facts, opinions, arguments, all sorted through it. Identity is the deepest layer. It's the story someone tells themselves about who they are. And once it hardens, behavior becomes automatic. Attack it, even subtly, and the conversation is over. Instead, offer a metaphor. Focus on function, not character. Someone's angry. Don't say, "You're not really angry." Say, "It looks like something you care about feels exposed, and you're protecting it." Suddenly, the behavior makes sense. Dignity is intact. The person can move forward, without becoming someone else. The sequence matters. Set the altitude. Slow the pace. Step back. Widen perspective. Set the frame. Decide the type of situation. Calmly, early, matter-of-factly. Lock the category. Decide what's allowed. Quietly. Shape identity. Describe behavior, not character. Let the old story fade naturally. Stop talking. Silence lets it settle. Influence done well never feels like force. It feels like arriving where you were always headed. Most people spend their lives arguing conclusions, while someone else controls the context. Debating facts, while someone else controls the room. Fighting for outcomes, while someone else shapes the identity of everyone in it. And they lose. Not because they're wrong, not because they're weak, because they never saw the layer beneath the one they were operating on. Now you see it. You know the layers. Next time a conversation feels stuck, ask, what frame are we in? Who set this category? Whose story is shaping behavior right now? This isn't a trick. It's a permanent shift in perception. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. And that awareness, it's power.